You think you're about to make a quick flip and walk away with 200 grand? In 2025, in Dubai? Think again. Behind the glitz, there's a ticket time bomb in this market, and most investors have no idea. In this video, I'm exposing the real risks of flipping Dubai real estate this year, risks that could wipe out your profits, or worse, leave you stuck. I've experienced it, my friends and connections did, but I truly hope you'll learn from our mistakes and do better. Let's break it down. Dubai's market has been on fire. Prices in some areas have doubled since 2020. It's tempting, but that kind of exponential growth breeds one dangerous thing: speculation. Literally a phrase that I remember as a teenager from the movie Wall Street Money Never Sleeps. Gordon Gekko said, "It's clear as a bell to those who pay attention. The mother of all evil is speculation."
The mother of all evil is speculation.
People are buying off-plan units not to live in them, but to flip before handover. And I'm not judging this. I did this myself as well. At least they were doing so primarily since COVID. They were betting on price increases that may never come. But what happens when the music stops? What if sentiment shifts even just a little? And again, by no means I'm saying you shouldn't do it. You just have to know where, when, and how to avoid these risks. Here's what no one wants to talk about. Dubai is building a lot. Every month, thousands of new units are being handed over. Therefore, inventory is growing faster than demand in some of those areas. In 2025, many of those off-plan projects from 2021 and 2022 are now being handed over, adding more pressure to this market. That's why if you're trying to flip in a flooded market, you're not holding the golden ticket. You're holding a hot potato. And that becomes even hotter and riskier in taller buildings, where you're competing with another 300 to 400 extra units. Also, people forget flipping isn't free. You've got to factor in the costs. 4% DLD fee, 2% agent commission, closing costs and mortgage penalties if this was financed at the end of this construction. And you know what? Capital gains are probably also coming. The UAE is slowly shifting. The corporate tax is already here. That's why personal taxes may follow in some form. Suddenly, that 10% growth that you were expecting, or even more, might be closer to zero. Now let's talk macro. Interest rates globally are still high. Yes, they might drop, but slowly. Higher rates equals higher financing costs, and that also equals less buyers. Secondly, flipping depends on liquidity. If buyers dry up, so do your exits. That's why it'll probably be harder for you to actually sell in this kind of market, because there are many other extra units that are competing against you, and it will make it much harder for you to actually profit out of it. But the most interesting part is that the biggest risk is you. FOMO, greed, the belief that this time it's different. That's what gets investors wrecked. And I'll be honest, it got me too once. Not necessarily in Dubai, but I did hold on to a stupid off-plan investment that I had in my home country, in Moldova, when I didn't count in the type of the property and the off-plan delays. I paid the price, I didn't lose much, but got stuck in this investment and was very difficult to sell, as my mind wouldn't accept even a break-even position after waiting for 3 years. Honestly, this probably is the biggest risk. You're locking in a big sum of money, and some even lock in their last savings. And this is super risky because you have no liquidity whatsoever, and you might be in the need of selling this property at a very low price in case the need comes. Furthermore, there are so many of those investors who jumped in that right moment thinking that's the best time, and now they're into this payment plan that they cannot even sustain. And while the hype was there and probably no one really read the sales and purchase agreement, the SPA, those buyers didn't notice that there was a requirement to actually pay a specific percentage of that property to be actually eligible to sell it. Those are now facing a lot of troubles because they need to pay the remaining part before they're actually eligible to sell this off-plan and flip it. People hold for too long hoping for more. which was also my case, as I really was holding into that off-plan that I had back in Moldova. It was actually a penthouse that I was thinking it will be for me, but the need for some extra cash arose and I had to sell it. So I really was holding on because I thought I can make a higher profit. But let's not forget that there is also inflation and many other external factors like currency drops and increases, and you might actually lose in your property value if you're even holding and selling at the same price. There are so many who also panic sell when the market softens and forget to calculate the true returns. Now, agents, whether you love me or not, I'm not bothered at all. Although I do hope that you at least like me. My goal is to provide the best value to people, end user buyers and investors, do great business, and in the end make money for all parties. That said, I constantly work with clients. They have my highest priority. Yet I've built strong relationships with hundreds of superb agents in this market. From boutique agencies to direct developer representatives, agents who share the same mindset. Fair deals, good values, and excellent real results. So if you're about that, let's connect. Maybe even collaborate on some deals and partnerships. Making everyone happy isn't always possible, but I'd rather ensure that my clients get the best deals and are not drawn into financial burdens. And I know for many of you agents, this also is a priority. And for those who this is, subscribe, shoot me a DM, and let's keep it moving because collaboration always wins for both sides. Flipping can work, but it's not easy, and it's definitely not safe. It is a high-stakes game. Most importantly, don't listen to the agents who promise that they'll also be the ones who will sell it afterwards for you, because you know what? They make 4 to 6% commission on that without even getting a stable salary. So obviously they will make sure they're earning at least something to keep up this month, as surviving in Dubai on such terms is definitely hard. And indeed, understandable why they push for it. Navigating Dubai's complex real estate landscape requires knowledge and local expertise. That's where today's partner, Whim Real Estate, comes in. Founded with a vision to revolutionize the UAE property experience, their dedicated team offers personalized service and deep market insights. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Whim ensures your journey is seamless and well-informed. Explore their offerings at whimrealestate.ae and check out their Instagram page for daily news and promotions. So should you flip in Dubai in 2025? Only if you know what you're doing. Only if you've stress-tested the downside. Because when things go wrong here, they go wrong fast. And you can check the dips in 2009, in 2015, they really did go fast. Don't just follow the hype. Think like an investor, not a gambler. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more honest takes on Dubai real estate. And if you've had a flipping experience, good or bad, drop it in the comments below and let's have a meaningful discussion. Let's learn from each other and build this community for us investors. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.